Hey guys, NukemDukem here, and I played 20 minutes of Anthem. First off, this is presented by EA Game Changer, meaning EA flew me out, covered my travel and my meal expenses to get you guys this footage, but everything is in my own words and I edited it in my own way. So with that being said, I did play 20 minutes of it, so thanks to EA for letting me play this. So I played on an Xbox One controller, but on a PC I couldn't use a mouse and keyboard. They wanted me to use the controller. So let's go ahead and go with the button layout, the controller, while this is playing in the background. And there's a bunch of information that I know about that they didn't show off in this gameplay and may not have mentioned in the EA press conference. So with the controller, in order to fly, it's a top left thumbstick, and then you control it with a boost, and you can kind of slow yourself down as well. If you guys want to hover, it's the right thumbstick, press it down, you hover, and then you can actually shoot your weapons once you're in hovering mode. Now, the class I played was the Colossus class. There's a Ranger class, and there's another class that I didn't really get to play either. So the Colossus one is where you're in like a heavy mech suit. The way I compare it is the Ranger is like Tony Stark in the Iron Man suit, and the Colossus is like Iron Man in the big mega suit that you saw in the Avengers 2 and 3. Now, your Y button is your melee. It does have a cooldown. You can melee in front of you and when you're in air, which does a little slam down effect, massive damage as well. And then there is your X is your reload as well. If you hold it down, you switch between your primary, your secondary, and your A is your jump and your running. The B is your, I only played Colossus, so I don't remember what the Ranger is, but it's to pull out your shield. Now the R, B, and the left B, the bumper buttons, are for your small special abilities, but not your ultimate, which is, for me, is different rockets and rocket barrage. And then the back is your aim, your triggers are your aim, and as well as shoot. Now there is a superpower, whereas RB, depending on what class you can play. When you fly, there is a heat on your cool jet. Your jet thrusters,
what's the plan here?
And you can cool them off by walking waterfall. It's in the middle of your screen while you're seeing it, so you know when you're getting overheated. Now, with the controls out of the way, you do get loot in this game. It appears in different rarities. It shows bottom right what loot you collected. Now, I couldn't see the loot since they disabled it in the demo I played. From what I heard, now don't quote on this from me, it may not be 100% accurate, it might change by time release. It's similar to Destiny, where if you get loot, you have to get identified, go to like a person to get identified. I don't know if there's a social place, I didn't ask that question. But I did ask, are we going to have group matchmaking, or is there going to be a clan support system, or do we have to go to a different website to try to find people? There is clan settings, and then you do group up with people or be matched with people, or passively if you're looking for them, people who play around your level. As you can see, there are jumps cut in this footage. This is the footage they provided me, but there's actually several gameplays that has not been shown here that I got to play on it. It's basically they showed you the main gist of the demo, but they actually cut it off for all like the main combats that you don't really get to see. Here's the Ranger, as you can see, flying right here, and it's a lot more mobile in the game, so you have a lot more movement speed. Interesting thing about this is that it's gonna be PvE only at launch. There might be a PvP mode later, we're not sure, but they're gonna focus on PvE, and I'm actually okay with this. I love PvE, I love story elements. If the grind is good, where it's replayable, then fine. Focus on PvE. We don't need a PvP to have it. As you can see, there's the hover and him using the freeze bomb right there, and then here's the barrage. These are the RBs and lefties, not the super yet. And battle. So overall, I felt the flying was a little bit hard for me to control at first, but I got used to it pretty quickly after a couple minutes of playing around with it. And overall, everything felt great. The controls system felt great. I wish I played the PC version with mouse and keyboard.
It's silent. Disaster
controller.
Do you think we can
overall, it felt good. The thing is, there is a lot of stuff going on, so sometimes kind of hard to see stuff with explosion and different builds going on. But then I think about the same thing in other games like Destiny, and I say it's relatively the same. So overall, it's different when you watch it, but it doesn't feel that super cluttered when you're playing it, if I can say it to that. Now, what's really cool is if you're have a friend that's like a level 1 and you're like a level 20 badass all super gear, you guys can actually queue together and he can hold his own weight, where it does scale. Their damage does scale to your high level. The thing is, it's still better to be higher level because you have more abilities, you have more movement, you have a lot more opportunities, and you can do more, provide for your team. So with that being said, it's cool. You can play with any friends on any level, so you're not restricted. Now, I did fight this monster and then brought him down to 75% health before it went down. Now, go ahead and talk about that experience. Now, while I was fighting this spider monster, it's kind of hard to tell what's his critical damage is. There are some spots on his body that you do more damage, which is the yellow versus the white damage spots. And during mid phase, it does crawl up into a little spider hole and then summons a bunch of minion creatures that attack you. That you can get, I think it would reload your ammo, or it's just a different phase of it. I can't remember specifically, but then the boss does come back and then you deal with the boss again. Now there are combo damage, as you can see earlier. The combo damage are pretty cool, where if you are able to do heavy massive damage and combo your skills and get a bunch of enemies damaged together, it does do that combo effect to it. Now I didn't see any crafting mechanics in it because the demo didn't allow me to, but there are crafting elements. I'm not sure how the grind is going to be.
Wait, something's happening.
And the Easter egg's going to be, but it's going to be in the game, so I'm excited about that. There was a question that was asked if there's going to be cross-platform. Unfortunately, they said right now they can't do it due to several limitations. But they hope to in the future. Maybe it might be a possibility, but we're not sure to it. Overall, the game looks really nice. It was actually gorgeous. I saw it on, I think like a 70-foot screen. It's a huge, like, a big screen in like, felt like 4K quality big screen. Just had a pixel. It felt great, and the sound fantastic. Overall, I was really impressed with what I saw. But it was only a short sneak peek. I didn't get to see everything, but basically what they said at E3 is very impressive for what they hope to achieve. I really hope they can nail it. I loved Destiny 1. I soaked so much time into it. I also love World of Warcraft. I soaked a lot of my high school and my college years into World of Warcraft, just doing raids, since I love raids and PvE. I didn't care too much about arena or the PvP of elements. And there was just so much crafting into it and the social experience. So I really hope Anthem achieves this goal, where I can actually sink myself into a whole nother world and have fun with a bunch of friends into it. So we'll see. The release date is February 22nd, 2019. Now I hope it's going to be a good window for it to do well. There's going to be a lot of other games around that time. I believe Days Gone will be there and a couple other games. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm impressed, hopeful, cautiously hopeful, but I am hopeful, and hopefully we'll get some more cool stuff of Anthem. Thanks again to EA for letting me play 20 minutes hands-on for it, and for more exclusive content, make sure you guys are subscribed. Alright, see you guys.
It wants to destroy us all.